Hey, welcome to the station where we talk trains, truth, and life. In this week's edition, we're looking at the town of Wyoming, Ontario, and how the railroad impacted this small little town. Once again, welcome to the station. Today we're stopping in the charming community of Wyoming, Ontario, a town shaped by the rails, rooted in rural heritage, and still proudly carrying a small town spirit. Nestled in the heart of Lambton County, Wyoming may be small, but don't let that fool you. This village has a big story, a story tied to agriculture, community, and the railroad that changed everything. Wyoming's story truly took off in the mid-1800s when settlers established farms and homesteads in the region. But everything changed when the Great Western Railway came through in the 1850s. Suddenly, this quiet rural area became a hub of activity. The railway station in Wyoming was more than a place to catch a train. It was a gateway to markets and opportunities and new possibilities. There was grain, there was livestock, lumber. They all moved through this tiny stop, helping the village grow. The railroad didn't just bring goods in and out. It built the community around it. Stores popped up. Hotels kept travelers fed and rested. The industries, they took root. For decades, the rhythm of the daily life was set by the whistle of the train. And even today, trains still roll through Wyoming. The iron heartbeat remains. Today, Wyoming is home to just over 2,000 residents. In fact, this is the place my wife grew up. We still have family who reside in Wyoming. It's the kind of place where people wave. Kids still ride their bikes downtown, and everyone knows of the Foodland and the pharmacy. You'll still see remnants of its railway past, but now they sit alongside a thriving farmers' cooperative, family businesses, a quiet neighborhood that remind you what small-town Ontario is all about. One of Wyoming's proudest traditions is the Wyoming Fair, a classic rural celebration dating back over a century. Livestock shows, parades, food, games. It's a yearly reminder of just how strong community roots are. From steam engines to modern freight. From pioneer farms to close-knit village. The tracks still run through Wyoming, and so does its history. This little town was shaped by steel rails and built on the strength of its people, and today that legacy continues in every storefront, field, and friendly conversation on the street. And now, just a few minutes east of Wyoming, we're going to step back in time to a quiet corner of rural Ontario. Wanstead. A place that, in December of 1902, became the site of one of Canada's most tragic train disasters. It was the morning of December 27, 1902. A brutal snowstorm had swept across Lambton County, slowing trains and piling snow along the Grand Trunk Railway line. Train number 4, This was the Pacific Express. It was running behind schedule as it had approached the tiny Wanstead station. But just minutes behind it, another train, the number 6 Express. It was also battling the snow, and it was unaware that the Pacific had stalled on the tracks ahead of it. In nearly zero visibility, through blowing snow and ice, the number 6 train plowed forward. And at about 7:15 a.m., the unimaginable happened. It slammed full speed into the rear of the stalled Pacific Express. The collision was devastating. Wooden passenger coaches splintered instantly. There was coal stoves and they overturned. Flames spread, and within minutes the wreck became a fiery inferno. 31 people lost their lives that morning, many of them immigrants traveling west for a new start in the new year. Dozens more were injured, and for hours rescuers worked in the freezing cold, fighting fire, smoke, and the storm. Today, Wanstead is a quiet place again, although there's a granary operating and a memorial that stands just north of the tracks. The story does remain. It's one of human tragedy, railway history, and the reality of traveling in a very different time. Hey, a special shout out to Mike and Sjors of The Legendary Farmer. You can reach them on YouTube at The Legendary Farmer. Thanks for the drone shots, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for joining us here in Wyoming, Ontario. If you enjoy exploring the towns and railways that built our country, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss a stop. This is Welcome to the Station, and we'll see you at the next stop.